and welcome to my YouTube story, continuing on from the last video I made. I just wanted to sit down here and talk to you about the history of my YouTube channel. It's been 2 years now, and so I thought I would tell you the story from start to finish, or up to present day rather. And yeah, I think it's a pretty good story. It's not an amazing one, but you know, I might meander off here and off there and go on tangents there and there, but try and stick with me. And we'll go through this. It might go on a bit long, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. So, YouTube has been a very big part of my life, I've kind of realised, over the past couple of years in particular. As I mentioned in my other video, I met my fiancée through YouTube. She made a video, I saw it, I sent her a message, and then, you know, we got talking. That's how we first met. And that's something I always have done. If I watch someone's video and they've personally made it and put it on YouTube and put themselves out there, and I really enjoyed it, whether it's someone playing music or whether it's someone doing a comedy video, whether it's someone talking about life, I will send them a message, a private message, and say, hey, I really enjoyed that, thank you for making that. And you know, maybe it, you know, like a personal video. A lot of people have sent messages who've made really personal videos, and I've said that actually kind of helped me in certain aspects of my life, and I've thought about it, and you know, things like that. I always like to do that. And I still do that to this day if someone's video really, you know, impresses me or I really enjoy it. But I first had a YouTube channel back in 2006, in the early days of the website, and back then there wasn't really many people who were making videos like they do today, like, hey, welcome to my channel and my video this week and all that kind of thing. It was mainly other videos like a funny video or whatever. I mainly posted my wrestling videos, and then other things, like I posted the Pink Floyd video, which I was very proud of. I'd made it, and it got like over 500,000 views over a few years. It unfortunately got taken down last year to copyright reasons. Damn the copyright police, but it was there for a good few years anyway. But yeah, so I never really thought of making video. I actually watched a girl, I forget her name now, no, I've forgotten it. But she had problems with depression, and she made videos about it. She made videos just bearing her soul, saying how she would go to stores, and she's American. She'd go to stores and she'd buy shirts through self-service machines, and she'd scan one and she'd put two in a basket, and she would steal, and she would reveal that and say how horrible she felt with it. She felt this compulsion to do it, and she made videos raising awareness for people who self-harmed like herself, and just really delved into her depression and stuff. And I really found that channel helpful at a certain part of my life, and at that point I thought, you know, maybe I could make videos like this, not, you know, to talk about depression, but, you know, putting myself out there in front of the camera, making a video specifically for YouTube, but I never did. Years went by, and I wrestled for most of my teenage years, and then I stopped wrestling in 2009, and I did a few matches here and there, 2010, 2011. In 2010, I'd been with my fiancée for a while, and I was here in Norway, not in this very building, but on the other side of the city, and in a basement flat. And I was sat there all day watching YouTube videos. And I was really excited for this new wrestling DVD that's coming out called Shawn Michaels' My Journey. Shawn Michaels is my all-time favourite wrestler, and it was a DVD of him sitting down talking about some of his best matches, and I really wanted to see it. And I have this thing where I don't mind downloading stuff, because most of the time I buy it anyway. And I wanted to just download it before I bought it, because there's no way I was going to be able to buy it while I was in Norway. So I was like, okay, I'll download it as soon as it's out. So to whet my appetite before that happened, I found this website called www.dvdnews.com, and it's now going very strong. It's a huge website now, and yeah, they've really just exploded, and that's awesome. And they had a section on their website called the Hall of Fame, and it's these videos, top 10 videos of people's wrestling DVD collections. And I'd never really seen that kind of thing before, and it really intrigued me, and I found a guy called Gemini686, and he had this huge wrestling collection, VHS, tapes, just DVDs wall to wall, and you know, he was funny, and you know, he loved John Cena and stuff, and he reviewed the Shawn Michaels DVD, and I was like, oh, that's great. And I started looking at other wrestling DVD reviews, and I was loving it, and I was like, okay, I really want to do this. I was up all night on YouTube watching these videos in the run-up to WrestleMania 26, and then I just kind of lost interest and didn't do it. But I still thought to myself, hey, I got, you know, 10 wrestling DVDs. Why don't I do my own wrestling DVD collection video? And then towards the end of 2010, I actually made a couple of reviews for YouTube. I made a review of a wrestling game, I think it was SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, and I reviewed a book by a woman who I knew on this writing website. and I think that's still online somewhere, that book review. Anyway, so I kind of toyed with it, and that channel was called Bog Standard Reviews. I'm glad I didn't stick with that. And then in 2011, I started writing about wrestling. I had a website called RazorwireReviews.wordpress.com, and I wrote about the wrestling show that's on every Monday called Monday Night Raw, and I did a full review of it every week, and it kind of started picking up some momentum and stuff, and it was really fun. And then I kind of thought, hey, why don't I make a wrestling video? You know, I've got a camera here, I don't use it anymore because I'm not wrestling anymore, I'm not making films anymore, let's do a YouTube video. So I started a channel called RazorwireReviews. Now, where does the name RazorwireReviews come from? Well, I wrestled for many years under the same name, and then in 2009 I went for a few months called RazorwireRyan. It was a bit of a joke. There was this legendary backyard wrestler called Voodoo, and people called him Barnesy. His last name was Barnes, and a couple of times he wrestled as Barbed Wire Barnes. And I always got criticised for trying to be like him and stuff. I always reasoned why wouldn't I want to be like him. He's awesome. So I kind of grew my hair out a bit longer so it looked a bit like his. I started wearing like clothes that he wore, and I called myself RazorwireRyan. It's just it was a piss take, really. But then I thought, RazorwireRyan is a pretty cool name. It's a mouthful to say, but you know, I liked it, so I kept it. I had it as my Xbox you know, name tag, gamer tag, whatever you call it. And then I thought, RazorwireReviews, that works. I mean, it's almost like you're saying it's like, you know, sharp reviews and stuff. I liked it, so I stuck with it. I don't think it's a terrible name, it's not the greatest, but it seemed to stick, so I used that. And my first ever video was unboxing a WrestleMania Tin Edition DVD. And people like Sean Blackford, who are doing a lot of DVD videos, I would kind of look at them and think, I want to do stuff like that. So I started collecting wrestling DVDs even more so than I had before. Purely for my channel, I found myself buying DVDs just to show them on my channel. Again, this is going to be a very honest video. So it went on, and I made other videos. I made videos of me going up to wrestling shows in Blackburn, like road trip videos. And I really enjoyed doing stuff like that. I did a big video, well, not a series, but I did several parts of this video where I went up to Glasgow and London to see two of my favourite musicians of all time. Really enjoyed doing that as well. Bought a flip cam especially, pardon me, so I could have HD videos. So I was really getting invested in this whole YouTube thing and making a few friends along the way. Then towards the end of 2011, my fiance, she moved to Wales to live with me, and she was not impressed with my TV, my small 4.3 ratio TV, whatever you want to call it, and she was like, nope, there's no way we're having anything less than a 42-inch TV. And I was like, really? Do we really need a TV that big? So, you know, she won me over with it, and we split the money and we bought a 42-inch TV. And I thought, well, if we're going to have a 42-inch TV, a HD TV, we may as well get a Blu-ray player. Now, the whole kind of like Blu-ray thing just completely passed me by. Was not interested at all. Thought the Blu-ray cases looked tacky. Hated the idea. There's no difference in HD. I thought that it's just a big marketing ploy. You know, I said to my friend Alex, who works in he did university video production and stuff, and I said, do you see the difference? And he's like, well, yeah, kind of. One night actually in 2010, I was at my friend's house, Denzel. We were playing a wrestling game, and he had the standard SCART plug in from his Xbox. And I said to my other friend, Roll, I was like, can you tell the difference between HD? Because I'd actually watched WrestleMania 26 at Rowley's that year in HD, and I didn't notice the difference. It was like 50-inch TV, and I thought, I can't tell it's HD. So Denzel switched the SCART to a HDMI. I looked at the wrestling game and I thought, wow, that is a massive difference. But I didn't say anything because I was like, I'd been campaigning against it for so long, and I was like, oh yeah, it kind of looks different. Inside I'm like, wow, that's a big difference. So I was warming to the idea, and I thought I would get a Blu-ray player to get wrestling Blu-rays, you know, to continue my wrestling channel. And my friend was selling one really cheap. It was like a really cheap model, like a Bush or something, I think, or a Philips. Basically an Argos brand, which really cheap and doesn't really, you know, it's not a name brand where you can actually get support and stuff. So I bought that off him for like 20 quid, I think, with a few Blu-rays. Connie was not happy with it at all. She hated the idea. Blu-ray. She's like, no, you're just going to buy all films you've already got before. It's going to be a complete waste of money. There's no difference anyway. No, you're not getting it. We had a bit of an argument about it, and you know, eventually I got it. And I was like, well, my mate's selling it, so I'm going to get it. Got a wrestling Blu-ray. I thought, wow, that looks amazing. This is awesome. And then 6-7 months later, it was Connie's birthday, 2012, and I got her some chocolates, you know, some flowers and a card. And her main presents were Blu-rays, and she loved them. And she said, I can't wait to see this on Blu-ray. So she got one over as well. It took her a bit longer, but she finally got the Blu-ray, you know, what it was all about. So yeah, I started getting wrestling Blu-rays. And then I'd go to the shop and I'd look for wrestling Blu-rays and I'd think, oh, Silence of the Lambs, I'd like to see that on Blu-ray. So I'd pick that up. And then I'd watch that and I'd be just amazed by how you can, you know, go on a menu and look at the scene selection or the special features while you're watching the movie with no kind of interruption. I was amazed with stuff like that. And I quickly became a fan of you know, movie Blu-rays, and I started the film series, the Epic Film Challenge, where me and Connie would watch 365 films over a whole year and review them one every day. You know, we didn't keep up with that. We would miss a few days and then do 3 movies in one day. But we did it over a year. We watched and reviewed 365 films, or at least I did, and she joined me for most of them. And so I was really watching movies more. And then the turning point came around September, October, I think, of 2011. I bought Pulp Fiction on Blu-ray. It was the Blu-ray Steelbook from Play.com. I wasn't a Steelbook collector, and I just thought, oh, that'd be cool, a Steelbook. Let's see what that looks like. Little did I know that would become the catalyst for an obsession over the next couple of years. So I got the Pulp Fiction Blu-ray Steelbook, and I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna watch this for the Epic Film Challenge. This is gonna be really cool. Me and Connie sat down, we turned it on, it looked amazing, and it started stuttering and skipping, and I was like, oh my god, I thought, is there something wrong with the disc? And I had no idea. Tried to update the Blu-ray player, didn't work, and I was just like, it really stressed me out. It was one of the worst movie watching experiences I can remember, because we tried to watch it, about half of it, and it just kept skipping, so we had to download a DVD rip, and the quality was just like awful in comparison. I just didn't enjoy it at all. So I said, because I was just so desperate to watch this Pulp Fiction Blu-ray because it looked so good, but it was like being on a diet and just watching someone eat a massive cake right in front of you and being like, oh, this is so good, but you can't have it, or, you know, and it's just really frustrating. So I said, you know what, I've got the money. How about I go into town tomorrow, I'll buy a PlayStation 3, we can watch this film, and, you know, we can make it a Christmas present to each other. Christmas was just around the corner. She convinced me not to do that, but a few weeks later I did, and we talked it over. I went and got the PlayStation 3 with Batman Arkham City, and we could watch the Pulp Fiction Blu-ray, and had no problems with the PlayStation as far as Blu-rays are concerned. So that was awesome. But that's one of my favourite YouTube memories, because after I got Arkham City and I played that game, Batman Arkham City, it was such an amazing game. And you can spend maybe a few days kind of slowly going through the main storyline. And then you've got these challenge rooms where you can be in a room and you fight loads of enemies, you like waves of enemies, you get 3 rounds and you can win medals for how many points you get and how long you keep the combo going. Then you have challenge rooms where you're like stealth mode Batman. You got to like go up on perches and stuff and pick off enemies without them seeing you. You got like goals you've got to hit, so like you've got to like use the freeze gun on 2 enemies and make sure no one sees you, and really hard objectives. And I was just sucked into it, and I was up till like 5 in the morning every night playing these challenge rooms, trying to get 100% on the game, which I eventually did do. Perfect night, yes. And but because it was so late at night, Connie was in bed asleep, and I'm sitting on the edge of the bed playing this game, and it was just kind of, you know, a bit dull. So around that time I was working late nights, and I would get home really late, and I just couldn't switch off. It's not how I'm wired. I can't just go straight to sleep after working all night. So I would watch a film or something, and it would always wake Connie up, because we're sleeping in the same room with the TV and everything. I mean, the TV's right by the bed. So I went out and bought these headphones, these big headphones with a long lead that I could stick into the TV, and it was really cool actually. It was like a surround sound experience. And so what I would do actually, while I was playing these Batman Arkham City challenge mats, I would hook up my headphones to the laptop, and I'd play YouTube videos. And I was getting more into watching some movie videos that people were making. I discovered people like Cool Duder, people like Robbie Webster, and through Robbie Webster, Ryan Chataway, and so on, Zaron Isaac, it goes on. Even Shane Jensen, who didn't really do movie videos, but he did like vlog videos, and I loved his vlogs and his Friday night rituals. I was getting more into vlogs and just movie videos in general. And the thing was, for me, the YouTube wrestling community, there's a lot of egos there, you know, and again I'm going to be completely honest here, and I found it frustrating that people would come on and they'd make videos about their wrestling DVD collection or their wrestling memorabilia collection, and they'd be so egotistical about it, or they would be like, you know, they would have kind of Twitter, you know, spats, and there'd be like, you know, drama videos, people just slagging other people, and I just thought, what is this? There is enough shit going on in the world to be, you know, getting concerned with stuff like this, like, hey, I spent more money than you. Good for you. I mean, I like showing off my stuff, but I was never thought I was better than anyone because of it, you know. But the movie YouTube community was just so much more chilled out and so much more nice and giving, you know. The people running contests all the time and just being really friendly and supportive of everyone's channels, and I just thought this is a great community. And so I thought I would get involved in it, but mainly it was listening to all of Robbie Webster's videos. I would put the headphones on, play Batman Arkham City, and just be listening to all his stories and hearing about his thoughts on movies, and I keep looking at my laptop every now and again. It was around Christmas 2011. I love that period of my life. Just, it sounds sad, but I love that period, just listening to all of his videos, all of Cool Dude's videos and everything. It was just, yeah, I really enjoyed that, honestly. It was a great little period of watching YouTube videos or listening to them. And of course by this point I was sending messages to these people like Robbie Webster and saying, hey, I really enjoyed your videos. And he had thousands of subscribers, so I thought, he'll never reply, and he did. And he became what I consider now a really, really good friend. Even Ryan Chataway, even more so, a great friend. We talk all the time, you know, almost on a daily basis now. And you know, I wouldn't have friends like that if it wasn't for YouTube. And so 2012 came, and it just became a really, really great year for making videos. I got really into movie videos and almost completely abandoned the wrestling stuff, which I wasn't, you know, that too bothered with really. And I think, you know, these days I like to keep a healthy balance, because right now I'm in a kind of wrestling kick, so I like to make wrestling videos, but I don't want to alienate my movie audience. But you can't please everyone, and that's why I always just, if I want to make it, I'll make it and I'll put it out, and if it doesn't get many views, what the hell, you know. In 2012 I made the RazorwireReviews Batathon series. I was so happy with that. It was like a 15-week series. Every week I posted without fail, well, apart from one occasion when I went to Greece, so it was like a week late. I reviewed all the Batman movies, like all the Burton movies, the Schumacher movies, the 1966 Batman movie, the 1940s serials. I watched all of them, reviewed them. I reviewed every single animated film. You know, there's about 15 of them or something. I reviewed the Nolan films, and then it all ended, and it was timed perfectly for the release of The Dark Knight Rises. And that was, I loved that as well, that whole period of being so hyped up for it, and just watching all these Batman things, and reading the comics for the first time, and sharing that with everyone. And that became a real big hit on my channel. I made a lot more friends as well through that. I mean, this t-shirt here is from Chill Pilgrim, though that wasn't related, but I'd never heard of Chill Pilgrim before, and he said, hey, I want to send you a package. I love the RazorwireReviews Batathon. So he sent me this package with like a couple of Batman Hot Wheels cars, really cool, and a DVD of this Batman show. I thought that is awesome, you know, that was such a nice thing to do. And again, Robbie Webster did the same thing. He sent me a package with Rushmore on Blu-ray, one of my favourite films of all time, and I was just like, wow, this just restores my faith in humanity so much, because there are people out there who are so kind that they will just give to others to give back for, you know, for enjoying their videos. You know, it just seems like such a simple thing, but it was awesome, and I really appreciated it. And then I was doing trades and things, and that was really awesome, and getting packages from people and sending other packages to them, and it's just a really fun thing to do. But yeah, this t-shirt was in a package that Chill Pilgrim sent me last year with a Walking Dead Season 2 zombie head, and that was, you know, again, just something that he threw in there, and it's, you know, just that kind of thing is one of my favourite things about YouTube, you know, just the kindness of other people. I really, really enjoy. So yeah, I did the RazorwireReviews Batathon. I did a lot more vlogging throughout 2012. I did the unboxing of the Harry Potter Wizards collection, which has like nearly got 20,000 views now, crazy. And I've got a lot of people who message me about that Harry Potter video, and I still get comments today. And I appreciate everything, and I always try to reply to everything. That's one more thing I want to talk about. Someone comments on my video with a question, I will always answer it. I always see people who make these videos, and maybe they get thousands of views, but there are comments there that are just left unreplied, you know? And I just feel like if someone has taken the time to watch my video and reply to it, or, you know, ask me a question, I will answer it, you know? even if it's stupid. Like someone said to me on that Harry Potter Wizards Collection video, "Hey, will you give me all the collectibles?" And I replied, "Sure." I mean, even if I'm going to be sarcastic, I'll reply if you're going to ask me a question. And that same goes for private messages as well. I will always reply to people who send me genuine private messages, always. Because if someone enjoyed my videos the way I enjoy someone else's videos to send them a private message, then that to me is the most rewarding thing about this whole thing. 2012, yeah, was really cool. And then finished the Epic Film Challenge up. I did a lot of Blu-ray videos, and then I kind of took a bit of a break, and came back and did some more videos, but a bit more subdued and stuff. I'm getting back more into it this year, I think. I deleted a lot of videos that were just I thought were pointless and didn't get many views and that kind of thing. Trying to declutter my channel, I guess you could say. And I did the Akira Kurosawa appreciation night. Almost forgot then. Where I had other people. Basically I set aside, during this month, I think it was October last year, take a night and watch some Akira Kurosawa movies. One of my favourite all-time directors, a Japanese director of films. So people did that. There was about 5 or 6 people who did it, and some of them were people who had seen Kurosawa movies before. So they simply rewatched their favourite films, made a video about it for my YouTube video. Or it was kind of like a YouTube participation event thing. It wasn't really a challenge or anything. And Trey Passer, he made a video, and he went out and bought 7 Samurai for that, my thing. And he watched 7 Samurai and he loved it. And he sent me a message thanking me for, doing it and stuff. That was almost, one of my favourite moments in YouTube, because 7 Samurai is one of my all-time favourite movies. And for me to kind of make a video saying, hey, you should watch films like this, and for someone to go out and watch it because of that, because of something that a video I've made, and for them to discover that amazing film is awesome, really, really cool. And yeah, it's all about just spreading the great films and getting people to watch them. So I feel like I'm what's the word? I feel like I'm kind of flogging a dead horse by this point. The video's gone on quite long, and I guess I'm pretty much up to speed with what I'm doing now. I mean, after the Epic Film Challenge, I wanted to continue doing cinema reviews, so we did a series called At the Movies, which is just ongoing. We've done nearly 3 seasons of that now. Still need to film some of those, actually. So yeah, overall YouTube has just been such a great experience, and I hope that it continues for a bit longer. I'm sure I'm going to grow out of it at some point and go through periods where I won't do much, but I'm definitely loving it right now, and especially the friends that I've made through it and all the viewers. And in October last year I went to the Entertainment Media Show in London, and I bumped into a guy who was a subscriber, and he had watched the RazorwireReviews Batathon, and he was talking about it, and he was like, oh yeah, and he was talking about the 40s Batman serials and how he couldn't sit through them, and it was weird because I just kind of bumped into him on the I think it was the Earl's Court tube station, and yeah, it was just like, really? I guess it's not that much of a kind of random circumstance, considering it was at at the station where the train was going to a film convention. Considering I do a lot of film related videos, but it was still pretty damn cool. I thought that was yeah, it was really cool meeting a subscriber just out of the blue, I guess. For someone to recognise me, I just thought that's pretty cool. And I hope to someday meet up with some YouTubers that I'm really good friends with, like Ryan Chatway, Robbie Webster. It's always fun to meet people through the internet who you kind of are friends with because of a shared kind of interest in something. I know that from my years of experience of travelling around wrestling over the UK, because that's all it was, meeting up people who you talk to on the internet about wrestling, and that has given me some of the best friends that I have in my life, for sure. So YouTube is awesome, bottom line, and made some great friends, made some great videos, I think, and I'm just really happy with how it's turning out. And my most recent success, I guess, my personal success, I would say, was the 24-hour movie marathon video, the second one I did last month, that has gotten about 500 views, almost 500 views, and that to me is awesome. I really don't care about getting thousands of views, I really don't care about getting thousands of subscribers. the fact that people sat through that hour 45-minute video and said they really enjoyed it, that makes it all worth it. It really does make it all worth it. I feel like I've repeated myself a lot in this video, but nonetheless, thank you for watching. 25 minutes I think is just about enough, and that's my YouTube story. The final part of this trilogy of waffling on about how great YouTube is will be me talking about my favourite YouTubers and why I like them and why you should watch them. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, he's really cool, but he's not quite as cool as you, 'cause